gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your catalog so the day that you finally pop off, they'll see it's not just a once off. You put in time, the harvest is ready, it's ripe. I thank God for the payment. That's a solid foundation. When I finally make it, I'll get...
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft for BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Hall again on 2nd down. Dances by him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength is on display there. Now Wilson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Hall. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Hall. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Straight ahead is Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Oh, able to avoid him. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On the counter, it's Hall. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep...
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Wilson. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he goes out right around the 39. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number, and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Wilson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And that's a very unacceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Ball on a give up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Lawrence.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Lawrence's throw into the hands here of Hardman.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
The Jaguars had 5 and 9 on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
A give, it's ETN off the option.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and
3. Now Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
This pass out wide to Hall.
Oh, what a juke into space.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to 15. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9.
Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and he will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken in at the 3.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So we are at halftime here.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of a one-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On first down, right back to Hall.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
This one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Catch is made by Hardman.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run with ETN. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And now, is it 4th down? No, it's 3rd down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. All eyes on Zach Wilson leading his team back out for this next drive.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Looks like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. One quarter remains here in Week 16. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hall again on 2nd down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
They'll go again with Hall.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. You're willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Again, it's Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on him.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. And that's caught inside the 30. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
On first down, Lawrence.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zach Gentry from 4 yards out.
And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Exit.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jets have got it.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Give to Hall running right. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. A handoff for Hall.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Zuerlein's kick is open 3, and they will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 16. A little under a minute 50 remaining.
They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha!
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 57 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as they'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And the Jets have got it. Well, 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. We talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't.
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions, I catch them like O.D. Beckham. Hard to not the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Shepherd. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive, the streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class, seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united, a legion, my soul forever. I murder my